As you know, I'm very much into astrology, right? And when we look at astrology, what's going on right now is we have different phases, and these phases are connected to different elements, right? So we're coming out of we're already out of the Earth phase, I mean the element Earth, right? And since 2020, and we all saw what was going on in 2020, we're now in the we're now fully in the earth element, right? And when we look at in the air element, and the qualities of this time, and time can have a quality, just for the viewers here. Time can have like an energetic underlying quality that affects everything at a mass scale, mostly human consciousness, and through that, actions at a scale. So the earth phase is characterized by rigid structures. Everything is rather solid and clear, right? It's like a clear structures. It's like, it seems like it's not changing, right? And now we're moving into air, and air has the quality of being ever changing. There's nothing but change. There's constant fluidity and all of that stuff, right? And everything is becoming more and more digitized, which is basically like massless and super fast, transferred at the speed of light, and probably even faster with quantum computing and stuff like that, right? So everything is changing so fast. And with that, also the information transfer and our existence in other planes, so to speak, the astral plane, is becoming as solid and concrete as, let's say, the physical existence was in the earlier stages. When I say that, the cyberspace is nothing but a representation of the astral plane. Yeah, the internet itself is nothing but a let's say physical representation of the astral plane. It's a combination of emotions, thoughts, and all of that stuff, right? So it's in a way, it's becoming much easier to interact with these other dimensions, and most people just choose to do that in terms of cyberspace. But also, it would be much easier to communicate with spiritual forces. The spiritual forces, of course, also use the cyberspace as an interface, right? But the bottom line is, what I'm trying to say is essentially, in the past, you didn't need internal solidity that much because the external world seemed to be rather solid. Let's say the institutions were rather solid, like nation states or something like that. That was stable. Like no matter what happens, the government's going to be there. Not because it's going to help you, but at least like that the government's going to still exist, or your country is still going to exist as it is, and stuff like that, right? So and corporations, they're all very strong and structured. Now everything is changing every day. See, like a trend changes from one week to another, a mega trend. So what we need more than anything in this new phase is internal stability, because the external world is changing so fast, and this internal stability can only exist if we basically explore these things that you just described, or I talked about earlier. Basically, how do I control my own mind? Like, I gotta find refuge within myself, within my higher self, within my deeper self, whatever you want to call that. Otherwise, I'm gonna go mad. I'm gonna go crazy, because they're like, you need stability somewhere. If it's an external religion, you can be internally all over the fucking place, but okay, 10 commandments, this is what I need to follow. Nowadays, there's no 10 commandments. There's 100 commandments for every single person out there, right? And everybody's free to choose their own personal little, whatever. There are probably, I don't know how many genders are out there these days, right? And hey, no hate, okay? Anyone can do whatever the fuck they want. And that's another quality of this time. But in order to deal with that without going mad, you got to find that stability within yourself.